Well, hello to episode 15 of FPL Top Dogs Ballyhaunis, and here's your roundup for the last game week's action, which has been absolutely crazy game week. So much happening, and we have COVID chaos here in the UK. So I've got a video done, so let's get straight into the video. I'm going to try and get this podcast done in about 30 minutes, please. Okay, let's go for the video, guys, and thank you and welcome for joining us. Right. Well, this is FPL Top Dogs Ballyhaunis and the environs of Ballyhaunis, you know, Ballinlough to Castlereagh to Turin to Ahermore to Kilkelly to Kilchamot to Knock to wherever you want to come from. Brickens, can't leave out Brickens and Claremores, and then all the way to Irishtown and to Milltown. So all the angles. So we're here in Ballyhaunis in the apex of that triangle, the Bermuda Triangle of FPL Top Dogs here. And Top Dogs is our moniker. And for instance, all these guys here that I feature at the beginning of the video, myself, the Guru, Shane the Face, Manhealy, Mark Phillips, the Oracle, Aidan Starman Phillips, Christy Snowman, Kilcourt. They've all played for years in the league, in the Christy Nicholson League here, which is a pub in Ballyhaunis. And I've been running those leagues for like about 2013 was the first year. I joined FPL itself, the Premier League fantasy manager team in 2012 season. Thanks to Bunnan Nolan, thank you, and the Ballyhaunis Town FC, who congratulations staying up in the Super League. It's a phenomenal achievement for a town like Ballyhaunis, the second year in the Super League of the Mayo Football Association. Fair kudos to Niall Richardson, the manager, and all the team and the players. Well done, boys and ladies involved at Station Rise. So I also want to give a shout for Stephen Stretford, Nolan Stretford, because of his love for Man United and Stretford just being down the road, Old Trafford. William the Hitman Nestor, we haven't heard much of William this year. He's kind of gone off the ball this year, and last year was devastating. So it's been a bad year all around for William, and I hope he gets back. I hope he's listening, and I hope his family and everyone he loves as well. Kevin Guru Killer Kilbride. Now that's a good boxing announcing. The Guru Killers is famous for killing us all, and the King of the Travelers, the Knot. And he's having a relatively good season, and he's keeping up the tabs more than he ever does. Sean Sniper Gilday as well is integral to the whole Top Dogs, and he's coming with hopefully with a good charge over the festive season. And Morgan, the Prodigy Lions, the latest we just inducted this year. We're looking at Joe Fahey as well being inducted, and you know Kieran Kiley as well, obviously the long dog. I think basically everybody that plays the Christy Nicholson League, there should be a top dog. You're a top dog if you're in it, but last year we've had the top 10 hats. I have the top 10 hats. I just have to get my wife over in February, and hopefully I'll have them to you guys. That's a fact. That's a promise. Right, let's just get straight into. We've had massive problems. We heard a couple of days ago about Spurs being hit by COVID. 8 players and 5 of the staff are in a 10-day isolation at the moment. They have tested positive for COVID. That's up to 13 persons. The rest are probably in isolation. So I don't know how Spurs are going to get some sort of a match team out for tomorrow against Rennes, which is a massively important. Well, listen, it's the Conference League. I personally, I don't give a monkeys really if they go out or not. It's just a total joke. The Europa, the conferences. Look, it's I'm not saying it's beneath us, because obviously it's not beneath us, the Conference League, and we've dropped. That just goes to show with the Mora result there, where Spurs lost 2-1 away to the lowest ranked team in the Conference League. I'm still not sure where they're based. Is it Slovenia or Slovakia, or neither? I'm not sure. Maribor is the main city. I think that's where Mora is in. So that's the crack, and that's the story there. And so Brighton and Leicester. So Arsenal played, they said, with COVID the other year, and they were forced. But Newcastle, when Newcastle had a game last season around this time in Christmas, that was abandoned, that game. I'm not sure if they were playing Leeds or not, Newcastle Leeds. So not sure what they're going to do, because this new Omicron variant now that's supposedly come from South Africa. This is obviously the cases are going up here in the UK, and that's the reason why we have Boris Johnson's announcement, which was today, just a couple hours ago, Plan B now, and the UK are going to go back to what it was like, with the pubs and the restaurants, where you're going to need a COVID pass. This is the NHS COVID pass on your phone to get into events and places now. Mandatory masks now, obviously, where it was announced a week ago in public transport, the tube. Well, that applies to the shops as well now. Yeah, that's a bummer, but it has to be done, and we just have to go through this, and it's a shame now. But I personally think the football is way down the list. If people are suffering and dying, and now we've got players, and they're worried, and this is. I'm not going to listen. Everybody loves FPL, but we all love our loved ones more. Okay, here's Harry Kane out. I want to go first to the star man. I want to congratulate Adrian Phillips, the star man, absolute 13 and game week 14 just gone. Top dog, top shot, the hot shot of Ballyhaunis there, 87 and 71. With the 87 he got here. With the 87 he got here, he captained Salah, got the 30 points. And then with this one, the 71, he was brave enough to go for Son. And that was a great call. Son got a goal and assist against Norwich, and I was watching it. And I had Harry Kane captain for both these. So if I just left it on Salah, I worked it out that I would have had 17 more points than I have now. But I went to the games. I went to the Brentford game and the Norwich game, and basically Harry, very, very slow in the first half, got into the game. I suppose as the other team's tiring, he seemed to kind of rise more and be more of an attacking threat. Should have scored with the chip in the first half against Norwich. Should have scored after the break, straight after the break, 1-on-1, and you back your house for him to score. Basically, he needs one to come off his backside or get a goal or something, but from a penalty. But he's in massive trouble, and that's the big difference. Yeah, look, Harry Kane. The thing is, his defensive work was phenomenal. He was tracking their right back whenever Brentford went down the left, or Norwich. Harry Kane, when the ball was over on the left, Harry Kane would trace back and watch the right back over here, and he chuck in beside Ben Davis. And he cleared quite a lot of ball from defensive situations. He cleared one off the line near enough. His will and endeavor around the pitch is second to none still. He's rollicking players that are misplacing. He's trying to get involved in midfield here. His dedication cannot be questioned, but he's 30 now, and I just think I made a decision about Harry after the two duds. Now in the FPL you have to be ruthless really, and sometimes you have to be very reactionary, and then you get this boost from nowhere. Some people kind of sit on their teams and gets, I wait for the fixtures. He's got a 0.7 expected goals you know, I hate this expected goals tally thing, because these are chances that, oh, great. How many chances did they have to score? But I want the guys that score the goals. I think it's misleading. And if you go by statistics, sometimes you really have to go by your eye test and your gut. And these statistics, oh, I'm going to go for Moembo. He has loads of chances. He's hit the crossbar 7 times. That's no good to us. We don't want guys who hit crossbars or have 100 like Andy Cole, gilt-edged chances, convert 1 out of 7. That's I don't care. There's been a bit of stick. Oh, Bernardo Silva's stats are a bit lower than Foden's. About Bernardo Silva is playing there every single minute. He's not gone to the Champions League game yesterday. He's been rested for that, and he's got, listen, more about Bernardo Silva. I'm a big fan of him, and I'll let you know later on. But fair kudos to Starman here. He's absolutely rammed it in the last 2 days. I was very worried until, do you know what? I'm gutted that I don't have my mock-up of me and Demarai Gray in the video, in the official video. I'm going to have to go back and fix that. But I'm going to go looking for it now, and I'll bring it up, because without this guy, Demarai Gray, the guru would have lost his knot to Owen Collins, and Starman would be ahead of me by now. Oh my God, it was coming out of that stadium against Norwich, and shocking. Oh my God. So where can I find it? It's usually here. So I was panicking. I have to admit, it was time to press the panic button. I was convinced by that. PDF. I hope I can get it up here. So Demarai Gray, what a performance there against Arsenal the other night, 2-1. I declare an interest in Tottenham, fair enough, but I try to be, you know, as a thanks for everything, Demarai. You know, thanks, mate. Pat in the back there. Happy Christmas, Vince. And that's Demarai. That's a poster size, actually. So I want to thank Demarai Gray, and I'm giving him a pat in the back there, because he has been absolutely. I'm so upset I've got rid of him. Oh no, I have. I'll think about. Well, look. Let's go straight to my. I've got a bit more. Let's go straight to my team anyway. Thing of Demarai Gray, 9 points. Now he didn't get any bonus points because he took his shirt off at the end for scoring the goal. Lunatic. He would have got the 3 bonus points, I would say, as well. Odegaard got the last, you know, as you can see. You know, Richardson. Tierney actually went off before Arsenal conceded that 1-0, and I think that was the worst substitution of the season by any manager in any league. Taking off Tierney, he was phenomenal down the left, destroyed everything down the left. But listen, Richarlison, awful unlucky. Two goals. I think the second offside was like toenails. It's wrong. It should not have been. I'm convinced that it should not have been disallowed. The first one, yeah. And Gray gets 33, so he just misses out to Odegaard. So he just couldn't. That booking took him away from anything. But then again, Odegaard got a booking as well. So who's to say? So Odegaard would have been ahead of him anyway. It just depends on how many points that yellow takes away. He could have topped, you know, them two, and then I don't know how that. If he tops them two, then Odegaard to get nothing. Maybe be 3 points and 2, but it's all moot. So this game week, the 9, absolutely, he saved my knot. Poor Owen Collins. Sorry, it must. If you're honest and you're keeping an eye, or you're going to take the guru out in the knot, that bloody Demarai Gray. Well, unfortunately, I didn't have the kudos to have him on the bench 2 game weeks ago. I decided to go Wang. I thought like against Norwich they'd do something, but you know, like Everton were up against Arsenal, and no, that was the other game. They were up against Liverpool. So he managed to get something from, you know, the goal against Liverpool. I didn't think Everton would get anything out of that. And then the game before, he came on as a sub, to get me a point against Brentford. I was just absolutely delighted with that point. Here it is. It doesn't matter anyway. But so every point in FPL counts, and so I just really, that's 10 points anyway, and it makes all the difference. This stuff, the point they're coming on, and I didn't expect him. I had a decision between having him or getting rid of him or Sarr. And I just really miffed off with Sarr missing penalties all season, especially the one there against United this is game week 12. So I said, well, what am I going to get? The two of them seem to have long-term injury here, ankle injury, knee injury, whatever it is. Took him out, kept Gray, and that's the sort of look or calls you just have to get away with in FPL. And the same with like me captain and Kane, the 2 games. And not just sticking with Salah, I would have been the 17 points better off right now, but it's all ifs and buts. And Starman, that's the difference. If you can get a few of these calls right and get one of your differential captains right, you can fly up the table. There's not a lot in it. In the Christie Nicholson Fantasy League pub team, Fergie Walsh is still leading at 991. A little bit underscored this week. He won't be happy. I made 12 points. It's really going to be slow work to get up to Fergie unless you really get your captain. You need to get a captain right or get someone with a hattie, and then you're already there. And him not to get, I think it's only the captain or your chips. Got 3 chips left now. Everyone more or less has 3 chips. So there's all to play for, and it's how you play it now. And Fergie's done brilliant now leading up to Christmas. Yes, he's not going to miss his deadlines. He's on it. But beer takes over the crack. Now, Ireland has gone into lockdown, I heard, last Tuesday. So the pubs and the restaurants have gone back to sit only, and the nightclubs are closed. And there's, we're Ireland. So Britain has followed close enough to suit now. And it's going to be, I'm not going to call it. I'm not going to call it until actually, it's just maybe the fans now that go to the games now, they all have to have the NHS COVID pass. For me personally, I didn't have any of it. I just done a COVID test and negative, and happy enough. So they got the 2 games. I'm really happy with that. So now who's next now? Joey Neenan is right there now. My psychology is 934. I'll pull up the other ones. Dave Martin, my best mate over here, and Starman only 3 points back. 3 points back from me. Conor Hussey is well in there. Only 13 points back from myself. But the way I'm looking at this, for any of you down here that are having thoughts of top 5 this year, are taking on or going for the win, look where Joey is. No offense to the Fergie, but Joey is the guy to be. Is the guy I'm kind of tailing off. I'm trying to trail Joey. I'm really thrilled to just be 33 points off Joey. There's nothing really. It's just a captain call. So yeah, it's really hotting up, and it's going very well. So there's Starman with the best score of the week, 71. How did he do it? Well, obviously Son was the one. Rafinha. Right, let's have a look at his team. Ramsdale saving lots of shots and bits and pieces, but not getting clean sheets. Foster's out, I think, injured. TAA is TAA, brilliant. James will be fine, but James played now tonight in the Champions League against St. Petersburg, Zenit St. Petersburg, and there you go. Chelsea got the 3-3, and they come second in their group because Juventus bet Malmo. Fair enough, like you think they bet Malmo. So Chelsea will be a bit down. They just had to win their match, but they couldn't go away to Russia and get it done there. So Benfica 2-0 up, and Bayern Munich and Barcelona. Barcelona need to win that to qualify. They need a draw or a win. And I presume that this would be a fairly weakened team. Bayern to play. Bayern already qualified. And Atlanta, Villarreal must be the other match in their group. The lineups here, still 0-0. Let's hope my internet keeps. Okay, well, anyway, that's Man United 1-0 up anyway. 1-0 up against Young Boys. They're already qualified as well. So where are we now? So we'll go back to, yeah, so James played. So I'm a bit worried about him now for the next game. The next game Chelsea have. Yeah, Leeds at home. So he could be rested for that one. If it happens, it happens. What can you do? It's going to happen. He's due, although he's had come back from a week. I think he came back Okay, so this is Diaz, fair enough, scored the other day. Walker, fair enough, got sent off the other night, last night. Crazy foul. Son, there you go. Now we have the COVID stuff. Now, will Tottenham be playing games? That's going to be a bit of a blow, but he's got Tony, but he's got COVID as well. So Smith Rowe didn't play the other night. He's got a niggle. He got a little bit of an injury, and Archer isn't there. So this could be a bit scary for Tottenham owners and assets. And also, like, if Tottenham can't play their games, well, then that's going to affect Leicester and Brighton, who are in the Prem. So Jesus, fair enough. I just don't like Jesus. I don't think he's a proper natural goal scorer. I'd never have him. I don't care, unless City had a double game week. Liverano, fair enough. He should be on the bench. Come on, he'll do something. Somebody doesn't play. It's very great to have these very cheap. Mount is absolutely phenomenal. Scored and assisted there against West Ham. And I just don't understand how in God's name West Ham won that game. They were really, backs to the walls in the first half. They had a few chances, of course, yeah, but the Lions' possession was with Chelsea. Chelsea just absolutely self-destructed 3 times. Unlucky with the goal they conceded from a cross-come shot. Matsuako, I think it was, who scored over Mendy. Leeds, now he's got Rafinha, and Leeds have crazy matches of Arsenal, Chelsea, City, all the big guns, including Villa away, and they have. I think it's a good time to get off Leeds. Although Bamford's back, how many hatties will he score against City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Leeds coming up, and then their fixtures get a bit better after that. Of course, they can't get any worse. So I'm a bit worried about James not starting, obviously. The COVID thing is going to be a bit of trouble, and this could really, people just have to listen, grit and bare your teeth here, and just, I like, what have I done here? This is my team now, and I'll have to explain what in God's name I've done here. So I had 2 free transfers, and I decided to get rid of Gray and Sam Maximum for Bernardo Silva and Dennis. And I had to do this move on the Saturday because Bernardo scored the 2 goals and he was 7.4. So I knew he was going to go up in price. So I just had enough. I said, oh, that's it. I'm getting Bernardo. I have no City. Got to have City. And I think it's prudent. Now Foden's gone off injured now. So how long? He's only come back from injury, and apparently himself and the other buck from Bournemouth, Ake, he's gone off injured. So City not only have lost Walker for the next knockout group stage coming up, they've 2 and the injuries. It's not good now. Foden getting injured again after just coming back. And he started in the Prem, didn't he? And he got just 1 assist, and he had 1 off the post. And lots of people say, "Oh, go get Foden." But I think you'd be absolutely crazy to risk Grealish or Foden. They're getting these niggly injuries. Grealish isn't. He might score a hat-trick now next weekend, but he's not worth the money at the minute. It's a lot of money. I'd rather have Bernardo Silva. And if you want a defender, obviously Cancelo. So Cancelo is definitely. I think I've missed the boat with Cancelo anyway. I just have to let him off. But City haven't been keeping many clean sheets in the last 2 or 3. So they've been unlucky with that West Ham goal that was conceded in the snow there a while back as well. So Sam Maximin went for Dennis. So Dennis is the guy, isn't he? Like Dennis or King is the 2 that you want. And I'm looking forward now to having Dennis there roaming around the pitch scoring in games 5-2 and 3-5, because Claudio Ranieri, he's actually decided that we are going to have no fear. He's doing like a Leicester thing. Go for it. No, well, Leicester, it was more like counter-attacking extraordinaire. But with Watford, he's decided everybody just go mental. Everyone go mental. it is like Sissoko has been doing brilliant. I wish he didn't leave Spurs. Like Sissoko, I love him to bits. Everyone at Spurs loves him. He is one of our own. I know he was brought from Newcastle, but we absolutely love Sissoko, Musa Sissoko. So there you go. So after the Harry Kane thing on Norwich and the second blank and all these blanks. Oh God, above. What did Del Boy say? Jaffa. Yeah, well, Harry Jaffa Kane. Listen, he's a good boy. He's unlucky. He's trying his best, and who knows? He was sweating up a lot. I noticed. Like you can, maybe it's only the light shining down in the dark night, and you can do. But that Brentford was, yeah, possibly a bit of rain as well. But I just felt he was under the weather massively, definitely for the Brentford match. And now Spurs are down for COVID, so I'm not insinuating anything. I'm just putting out how I see it. So after the Norwich match, I said that's it. Kane's going. So that I did the -8, and Kane and Rafinha. I decided the fact with Rafinha, it's just Leeds. I know Bamford's back, but come on, like, this is absolutely horrendous. Chelsea away, City away, Arsenal at home. That might be the easy one. Quote. Liverpool away, Villa at home, Burnley will give anyone a game. West Ham away, and then it's not too bad after that. But then again, if you're Leeds and you're looking, the way Chelsea are going, they're conceding like confetti, like 6 goals in 2 games. So that won't be easy. Well, it's a Stamford Bridge. I don't know. I want to get Rafinha back at some stage, and I think I will. So I managed to keep 0.6 in the bank after doing Rafinha for Kane, and so Rafinha and Kane have gone, and I've got Antonio, and I've got who's the other dude? Let's just go. Let's just go. Yeah, Antonio and Son. So obviously that's not very good now for the COVID strategy. I've got 2 Spurs now, and they're down up with COVID, and that's no good. But listen, the FPL, listen, there might be no Premier League for who knows next couple of months. I hope not. But on the 19th of March 2020, I went to see Norwich in the FA Cup game, a replay at the new stadium, not long after it opened actually, and we went 1-0, went 1-1, and they bet us on penalties, and so my last game, Norwich, we win 3-0. So I hope that's not an omen, but really, seriously, it started with Norwich. Will it end with Norwich? It's freaky. It really is. Yeah. Yeah. So this is just will it end? You can only speculate, but it's the cases. It's all about the cases now, and they're going up. And at this stage, the UK will be overtaking most other countries. So yeah, it's a shame. It's amazing atmosphere, amazing crowd, a great day, and we'll have to see. We'll have to see what the future holds, and just have to trust in good. So just have to work it out. Yeah, so Fergie Walsh, 7 weeks at top of Christy Nicholson, 41,846. He has improved by about just under 2,000 places in the last 2 game weeks. So that's great going. That's phenomenal stuff. Well done, Fergie. I'm gonna have to come up. I think your name should be Fergal Great Guns. Fergie Great Guns Walsh. Something to do with gunners anyway. Fergie Great Guns Walsh. When you go Great Guns. So Fergie Great Guns Walsh. Well, it doesn't quite, but we'll figure something out. And that's Starman. Congrats. Anything else? Yeah, Bowen is definitely a consideration. Like, looking at what I've done, well, I think he's best watched at the minute. He's on form. So, I want Mount, I want Salah, I want Jota, I want Son, I want Bernard, and I'm not going to do another transfer to do -12. I'll just like it and lump it. I look, Antonio, He's hardly done anything since he scored the winner against Tottenham. And let's see now. He scored the goal there. So he's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. The same as Harry Kane, 6 games without scoring since Newcastle Harry. So he's got a bit of Harry-nitis. But he got an assist the other day. And look, like West Ham's fixtures are absolutely turning into gold, really. Look, Burnley away, okay, that's tricky enough. Always up there, it's going to be snow. It might even be going on for we have this other snowstorm coming in, Barra or whatever, that's hitting the north. It's freezing at the minute. So Arsenal away, okay, tricky, but it's a London derby. Anything can happen. Norwich, Southampton, Watford, Crystal Palace, Leeds, then United, but Watford, Leeds, Newcastle, Wolves, up until Liverpool on the 5th of March. So I'm just going to set and fix. I'm going to set and forget Salah and set and forget this whole team. And I'm happy enough that if the Spurs guys aren't playing, I've got Hwang and Livramento to come in. And listen, we'll take the risk. I don't have any Brighton or any Leicester, just in case they get called off because of what's happened to Spurs. Listen, I think it would be absolutely very harsh to ask Spurs to be fulfilling Premier League matches when they're the entire team is nearly in isolation, and the people off them have to be in some sort of isolation for 10 days. So this is massive stuff. I think it would be worse for the integrity of the league, because this can happen to any team. We've seen Arsenal get done, Newcastle get hit, Villa got hit there the season before. So I think it'd be disgusting, really, and I think call off the bloody league, to be honest with you. I know they won't. The money's there, but I know the games will stack up. But definitely the Brighton game. I don't think the Rennes game should be going ahead tomorrow. The Brighton game should be called off, and hopefully back for the Leicester. They could do antigen tests, which only take a couple of minutes. Like it takes 15 minutes to get an antigen test. And these self-tests, they can be done in 15 minutes as well. Self-test. And the PCRs can be done very, very quick. As quick as within a couple of hours. These guys will have state-of-the-art medical treatment and the like and everything. Okay, so I think it would be prudent in that case, because we don't want the last thing, if we end up having Brighton players with COVID or Rennes players, definitely Rennes, then all that's the snail trail goes back to Spurs always. So I want to shorten this video a bit. Let's talk right, where are we in the knot? Han Solo Fitz took out by the average, so he owes money to the posh. I'm going to write down the list now. So I managed to get a draw, so I'm going to put 250 in because I got a draw with the average. But Fitzy owes €5. The Crean guy from Boyles owes 5, and the Snowman owes 5. So I'm writing all this down. I just have to. So Fitzy, 250, please. No, 5. I'll have the 250. You're 5. €5. That's if we get home. I haven't even thought about the travel arrangements. What's going on? John Kelly took out Stephen Carney, which is devastating. Carney was doing well in the knot, so that's 3 points down. I just took out Owen there. Owen was very, very unlucky. If I go into his team, I'll just tell you, Emil Smith-Rowe didn't start. He wasn't even the match day squad. And all that came on for Owen was Hwang for 1 point. And I needed 5 points going into the Everton-Arsenal game to overtake, to because I knew Emil Smith-Rowe wasn't starting and I knew Hwang. So I knew 5 points would do him, and Damari got me 9. So that's why I have the mock-up of I'd like to put it up again just to nah, it doesn't. You saw it anyway. I'll give it a go. I have to put in the video though. So Damari Gray, I love you and happy Christmas and thanks for the presents. Okay. There you go. Patrick Carley just lost out to Andy Cunyon. 71 for Starman. He's destroyed the face man. We'll go into the face man's team and just see later, just to have a breakdown. Stephen Stratton Nolan takes out the Snowman, which Snowman must be devastated. Himself and Healy were fighting it out last season like two cats in a bag. Now they just have no fight, no desire, no will. It's shocking. It really is. These two are absolutely. I don't know what to do with them. You know, maybe a jar of them blue pills. James Crean, 43, taken out by the sniper. Sniper needs to come on as well. Jerry Freely losing out to Joe Fats. Now, my God, Jerry, we all know he's topped the group last week in the knot. So there's going to be a new leader this week. Ooh, drum roll. Niall Richardson, our manager, Ballyhaunis Town, takes out Daza Duffy from Ahermore. Daza was doing very well, but again, he didn't even make it till the end of mid-October. Usually he gets to November. What else is here? Connor Hussey, very, very good in the knot. So he's won. He at the moment he's a candidate for being the number one on the knot at the moment. He's took out the Oracle. Oracle is not massively in the contention at all now for the knot this season, and he needs to come on in the league. So we'll have a look at his team later on. The Guru Killer taken out by Kieran Kiley. He's in the knot and he's gone great gun. So he's won. And Owen Rowe has lost to Willie Nestor. That's a big one. So he was up there as well with the long dog. And yeah, Connor. No, Owen Rowe. No, I don't say that. No, it's Connor Hussey. Yeah. He won. Kieran won, but Jerry lost. So I think that means I'm still third, I think. Yeah, I'm still third, down by 1 point, and the two of them, Connor Hussey from Ballinlough, I think, and Kieran Kiley, the long dog, are up there by a point, thanks to my 2 draws. But I'm happy to get back to winning ways. 4 game weeks, I won 1, 2 draws, and a defeat. So I want to get a bit of a roll going now. So Jerry Freely, not too bad, 2 points behind. So these guys all still have a chance, all the way down to Owen Collins. Sean Gilday is creeping up there, and the Starman's still there. And any of these can win the lot. Kevin Kilbride and John Kelly coming a bit. Stephen was devastating to get done that week, this week. But there might be a bit too many ahead of these. Will all these fail? I don't think so. I think it's really down to Owen. Owen will come back stronger. He's having a great season. I'll just have a quick look. Yeah, Joey Neenan, our 79th in the world in FPL this season. Obviously, he's got Son, Rafinha. We've had a good look at his team. Chelsea have got quite a few injuries. I think Rudiger is injured as well. So I think Chelsea are although Lukaku is back, so that's interesting. But that will be bad for Havertz owners. And listen, I don't know when Pulisic's going to get a game. But I'm not sure where Chelsea are looking a bit kind of bedraggled, or that's the word, at the moment. So anyway, Dennis, fair enough. Antonio, I like the team an awful lot. So it's got all the right people you want. Tony's going to be a worry. So this is going to be a very, very scary sort of week coming up to the weekend. Who's going to be fit? Will Spurs be able to play their game? Tony probably be back if he's tested negative by now for the next game. And if he's feeling well, he'll probably start. So it's not the end of the world. Zaha had COVID the season. I think it was not this season. I think it was this season, but earlier on. And he came back pretty quick. So it's not the end of the world, you know, if you get COVID. It's right. So Morgan Lyons, okay, fair enough. 40, you won't be happy with that. This Conor Gallagher thing now might be over. Alan, I think these guys came in because they were subbed out. Tony didn't play, Smith Rowe didn't play. Cresswell is still injured, so I'm worried about the bench there for Morgan. Jimenez has had his day. All the fixtures are a nightmare. Jota and Salah is the way, and TA is the way to go. Cancelo, of course. Well, it's amazing in FPL how things change game week to game week. It's like you need to be on this and that, and I think it's all down to the fixtures really. And you need to keep an eye on the news as well. Stephen Stress, He's still persistent with Henry. Bernardo, he's loving it. He's absolutely devastated with Kane. We were all cursing poor Harry, but I saw him play and he really has good heart and endeavour. And he has not, there's no way I could see that he stopped playing for Spurs. He actually sweats and bleeds for Spurs. I saw a massive effort. It's just that 30, maybe he had something coming down with something. No luck with any of the shots. Unlucky. But I've pulled the trigger, and we'll see what Steve Strett does. Rafinha's there. Okay, it's fair enough. There's it should be okay, but the problem is his bench. If anyone's out for COVID listen, it's all going to be players in COVID now. It's all going to be this and that, and they're not playing, and what's happened there. It'll all be all sorts of skullduggery. I wouldn't be surprised if the clubs would have all their squad together, and if somebody tests positive, this is all speculation now. This isn't true, but they may just privately keep them away and say they've got an ankle injury, and then see how they go. 5 days later, or get these antigen tests. But then again, it's highly contagious. So maybe it's best just to play the NHS track and trace baloney. Dave Martin, absolutely killing it. 51. Anything over 50 this game week was very good. That's why Starman 71 is just over the hill and far away. Vardy, okay. 10 minutes. Look, I can't say anything wrong. Sarr's been doing well, lots of saves. Smith Rowe, Semedo's fine. Basuma will come on. I think he's fine. I think Dave Martin is on the ball there. He's had Mount ages. Starman, we had a quick look at his team, so he's fine. We've discussed Connor Hussey in 8th, 9-2-1. Okay, he's persistent with Conor Gallagher. He's got stuff on the bench, fair enough. Dennis White and Duffy. Pookie, yeah. Okay, Pookie is very, very streaky, but streaky in a minimal way. He gets 1 or 2 in a row, and then he goes away for 10 games. And he scored a hat-trick now next weekend, as I said. Bernardo has really saved his weekend. He took a -8. He's probably... he's took a -8. It doesn't say what the transfers were. So he must have been 3 transfers. I don't notice. Anthony probably got rid of Kane for Son and just changed things about a bit. Fair enough to Connor there. Jerry Freely having a very good year. Listen, 910 points. I'm 934 and Joey's 67. Okay, that's still 81 points down on Fergie. My general rule is try not to be 50 points, any more than 50 points around that region to the pace setter. And if you're under 50 points to Joey and Ian, you're having a great season. So I'm hoping and praying to get under the 200,000 mark this year, minimum. I would just be astounded. But of course, when you get there, we don't want to give you that. We want more. Hopefully, I don't want to have that. I want more. The long dog. Let's see how he's doing. Mendy, I think the Chelsea thing's getting a bit boring now. Lots of low scores in the last 2 or 3 game weeks. Diaz is probably the wrong one to be on there. So you need Cancelo, Regs, and Son. Okay, that's scary. So what's he got on the bench? He's got plenty on the bench that will play him, give him a few points here and there. But if you got a loss of 5.2 in Reguilon and about 10.4 in Son, well, he probably 10.5 now. That's a lot of money on the bench. But you'll know if you sit tight. Hopefully, if this COVID carry on, just clears away in the next month. We're going to have all these games. We'll go back to the way it was, like a Premier League game every 3 days. So the long dog